Leon plays a game for 3 days straight without eating. He hates the game but continues because his sister blackmails him into finishing it. After finally completing the game, he heads to the store for food but falls down the stairs. He wakes up from this dream in the body of a young boy. After returning home, Leon is met with a punch from his father for running away. His father's second wife arrives shortly after, mocking Leon for his family's poverty while his father remains silent. Later, at their house, Leon's brother tells him to focus on his studies so he can get admission to the academy and secure a future marriage, otherwise no one will marry him. In this world, men hold no status, and women are indominant. As Leon hears this, he suddenly recalls the game he hates, where women ruled over men, and realizes he has been reincarnated into that very world. He had lived his life as Leon, but now his memories of his past life on Earth have returned. In this new life, his family is poor. The woman from before is Zola, his father's second wife, a wealthy and high-ranking noble. Because of the power women hold in this world, Zola chose to marry Leon's father, and he had no choice but to accept. 10 years pass, and Leon lives an ordinary life as a background character since his family was never mentioned in the game, meaning he's been reincarnated as a side character. Leon writes down everything he remembers about the game and continues living a peaceful life as a side character. One day, Zola returns and tells him she has arranged his marriage to the daughter of a royal court noble to whom she owes a favor. Leon refuses because the daughter is an ugly old woman, and he wants to attend the academy and find someone he actually wants to marry. Zola rejects his request, saying it's a waste to spend money on the family's third son. Leon's father is not very rich, so he can't help him either. Suddenly, Leon recalls a luxury ship he brought in the game and tells Zola that he will bring the money to pay off her debt and cover his academy fees. Zola agrees and leaves. Leon asks his father for a favor and sets off on a journey on the family airship, which is used as a transport vehicle in this world. He reaches a teleporter, but a storm strikes him along the way. When he wakes up, the ship is destroyed, but he is unharmed. Leon goes into a dungeon he remembers from the game. Inside the dungeon, Leon finds various ships. But he's here to claim an ancient ship he bought in the game before being reincarnated, and fortunately, it's there. As he steps inside the ship, suddenly a robot appears, introducing itself as the ship's operating system. However, the robot sees Leon as an intruder and attacks him, trying to execute him by grabbing him. The robot explains that in this world, there were two civilizations, the old humans and the new humans. The old humans were like people from Leon's original world, relying on science, technology, and other tools to live. However, they became extinct when the new humans, who could use magic, appeared. Since the robot sees Leon as a new human, it nearly executes him. But Leon launches a sword into the robot's neck, defeating it, though he also gets severe injuries in the process, as he uses his hand to sync with the airship. After scanning his hand, robot analyzes that Leon is a mix of both old and new humans. The robot then begins to see Leon as its new master because the spaceship's mission is to seek revenge on the new humans. Leon names the robot Luxion, as that was its name in the game. However, due to his injuries, Leon collapses and faints, thinking he's going to die again. The spaceship immediately activates its rescue mode. Months later, back at Leon's home, Zola tells Leon's parents to forget about him, saying it's been 3 months and he hasn't returned, so he's probably dead. But suddenly, Leon shows up at the mansion with the airship and enough treasure to silence Zola. Luxion is also with him. Now, with the money and the airship, Leon can finally enroll in the academy and doesn't have to marry that ugly old woman. On his way home, Leon discovered an uninhabited island, which he now claims as his family property. He and Luxion decide to turn it into a hot spring retreat. With everything in place, Leon's next goal is to enter the academy and find a wife. At home, Leon's father reveals that because Leon has found land and cleared a hidden dungeon, he's been promoted to the rank of Baron. As a result, Leon is expected to marry someone of high rank, like Zola. Leon dislikes this idea, wanting to marry an ordinary girl instead. When he arrives at the academy, he sees men serving the girls, which makes him immediately want to leave. Among the students are the kingdom's prince, Julius, and his 4 dogs. The prince's fiancée, Angelica, is also in Leon's class. Seeing these high-status people, Leon decides to keep his distance from them. While heading to class, Leon witnesses a girl slap the prince for his rude behavior. As he watches, Leon realizes it's a scene straight from the game. However, the girl involved should have been Olivia, the game's protagonist, but something seems off. Later, when Leon has a book in front of him, Luxion asks if he's studying. Leon responds that he's not studying, instead, he's reading about how to host a tea party. Leon makes two new friends, both regular students like him. They talk about how they've invited lots of girls to their tea parties, but none of them ever come. Then, they see a group of girls following the prince and his friends, eager to join their tea party. Angelica, the prince's fiancée, shows up and scares the girls away from Julius. But Julius stops her, saying their engagement is informal and, at the academy, their relationship doesn't matter. The same girl from before, Maria, appears again, and the prince invites her to his tea party, but Angelica objects. However, Julius steps in and stops her once more. Leon realizes that this is another event from the game, where the protagonist, Olivia, was supposed to be saved from Angelica's harsh words. Later, Leon attends a lecture on hosting a tea party, but he can't understand the reason for this lecture. However, the teacher calls on Leon and shows him the art of hosting a tea party, which completely changes his opinion. Leon is so impressed that he makes the teacher his master. Later, Leon hosts his own tea party and invites a girl of Zola's rank. She shows up with her unattractive friends. After eating and drinking tea, they leave. Before leaving, the girl tells Leon that it was a good tea party, but just a way to pass the time for her. Suddenly, Leon notices a commotion in the hall and sees a group of girls bullying another girl. The girl is Olivia, who was supposed to be the protagonist in this world instead of Maria. Olivia has entered the academy on a scholarship. Leon invites her to his tea party, and unlike the other girls, Olivia genuinely compliments everything, from the cake to the tea, which makes Leon very happy. She says that she doesn't know much about the academy's rules, so Leon decides to help her. Leon and Olivia go to his sister, who is also at the academy. Leon asks his sister to help Olivia since she has mooched plenty of money from him in the past. His sister agrees and advises Olivia to approach the highest-ranking girl in her class, Angelica, and suggests buying Angelica's favorite cake as a gift. Since Olivia isn't wealthy, Leon ends up paying for it. When Olivia approaches Angelica, she reassures her that there's no need to be scared. Angelica reassures Olivia that she's not trying to push her out of the academy because she's from the countryside, which relieves Olivia. Instead, Angelica is more concerned about Maria. Olivia reveals that the idea of approaching her, along with other helpful advice, came from Leon. This helps the two girls bond a little. Later, Leon meets Olivia in the library and asks about Maria. Olivia says she only spoke to Maria once, and Maria mentioned that she dislikes girls like Olivia. Suddenly, Leon and Olivia notice someone else in the library and catch Maria with one of Julius's dog. Later, at a party, Julius spends time with Maria while Angelica keeps a close watch on her. Meanwhile, Leon and his friends try to find girlfriends at the party, but they are immediately rejected, mocked by the girls, and even beaten by the girls' servants. Suddenly, Olivia calls Leon over as Angelica argues with Julius, his dogs, and Maria. Angelica confronts them after seeing Maria holding hands with another man. However, Julius and his followers admit they know Maria is playing with all of them but say they still love her, including Julius. This frustrates Angelica, and the other girls around them start mocking her. In her anger, Angelica throws her glove at Maria, challenging her to a duel. Seeing Angelica's challenge, Julius tells Maria to accept the duel, promising to be her champion and fight on her behalf. The other followers also decide to help Maria, making it 5 against Angelica. However, no one steps up to be Angelica's champion because no one wants to go against Julius, the future king, and risk causing trouble for themselves or their families. In the game, Angelica had to appoint someone from outside the academy as her champion. If Angelica loses, she's doomed, and in future she will have to marry a backcountry lord with a horrible personality, leading to a miserable life. Although Leon wants to remain a background character, he volunteers to be Angelica's champion because he hates the prince and his dogs. Angelica accepts his offer. When Leon asks what the stakes of the duel should be, Angelica simply replies that all she wants is for Maria to stay away from Julius. Leon had previously asked Luxion to investigate Maria, and he now confirms that Maria is also reincarnated into this world. During the duel's preparations, Maria states that if she wins, she wants Angelica not to be too cruel, just like the dialogues from the game. The terms are set: if Leon wins, Maria and Julius will be separated. But if Maria wins, Angelica must stay out of the prince's affairs forever. Leon suggests armor combat for the duel, and some of Julius's dogs object, accusing him of just seeking attention. Leon mocks them, provoking them into agreeing to the arena battle. He confidently says he doesn't need help and could handle all 5 of them, but the duel will be a 1-on-1, 5-round fight. Later, in her room, Maria is annoyed that Leon is messing up her plans but still believes Julius and his group will win. Meanwhile, the other students start harassing Leon, even forcing his friends to join in. But Leon remains unfazed and asks Luxion to gather 500 platinum coins. Angelica asks him to withdraw, pointing out that he's now being bullied and revealing that her family has already taken action against her for challenging the prince. She might soon be placed under house arrest or sent abroad. Leon tells her the real reason he's fighting. He's tired of the pressure to find a wife and just wants to beat those he despises before getting kicked out of the academy. On the day of the duel, Leon arrives at the arena, and the entire crowd mocks him, but it doesn't bother him. He quickly notices that only his friends have placed bets on him, while everyone else is betting on Julius. The 5 dogs enter the arena in their armor, and soon, Leon's own armor appears. It's an old outdated armor. Seeing Leon's outdated armor, the 5 dogs and the entire crowd burst into laughter, thinking it's no match for modern technology. Leon's armor is a lost relic from the past, considered weak compared to the advanced suits in use now. However, Olivia sweetly tells Leon that she thinks his armor looks cute. What no one realizes is that Luxion has secretly modified the armor, making it much more powerful than it appears. The first to fight Leon is Brad, who is cocky and full of pride. Leon reaches into his backpack and pulls out his weapon, a shovel. The crowd erupts in laughter again, mocking him for such a ridiculous choice. Leon quickly realizes that during his last test run with the armor, he had used the shovel for digging, which is why it ended up in his backpack. Despite the situation, Leon decides to go ahead and fight with the shovel. Leon defeats Brad with a single hit from the shovel, leaving everyone in shock. Only his master claps for him. Next up is Greg, who is also quickly defeated by the shovel, followed by Chris, who meets the same fate. One by one, Leon takes down the others with ease. Maria grows frustrated as her champions fall. Now it's Julius's turn, and he promises Maria that he will win for her. Interestingly, the others had made the same promise but still lost. The crowd cheers loudly for Julius, but once again, Leon quickly gains the upper hand in the fight. Leon tells Julius that all his struggles to find a wife are because of him, and this resonates with all the boys in the audience, who start crying in agreement. However, Julius remains clueless and continues to fight for Maria, completely disregarding Angelica's feelings. Seeing this, Angelica breaks down in tears. Suddenly, Olivia stands up and delivers a heartfelt speech, trying to make Julius recognize Angelica's love for him. Despite her efforts, Julius still chooses Maria, ignoring Angelica's feelings entirely. Leon becomes furious at Julius's attitude and decides to finish the fight, mocking Julius for his so-called love for Maria. He even plays the role of a villain for the greater good, knowing that Julius is the future king and cannot afford to fall under the influence of someone like Maria. Julius attacks Leon, but Leon counters by reminding him that Angelica's family is second only to the royal family. Without their support, Julius can't become king. However, Julius stubbornly chooses Maria over everything, declaring that he doesn't care about honor or the throne. Hearing Julius's declaration, Leon unleashes a powerful attack and defeats him, leaving the crowd in shock. Many start badmouthing Leon since most had bet on the prince. In response, Leon advises them against gambling, saying it's not a good habit. Later, Angelica thanks Leon and approaches Julius, but he still insists that he loves Maria and apologizes, saying he can't love her. Afterward, Leon meets with Angelica's father and requests that neither he nor his family be held responsible for the chaos that he caused. He also hands over the 500 platinum coins he had earlier asked Luxion to collect. Additionally, he offers to withdraw from the rank he was granted, including his position as a knight. When they ask Leon for his reasoning, he claims he acted for the sake of the kingdom, saying he couldn't let someone like Maria deceive the prince. However, the truth is that he just wanted to escape the pressure of finding a wife and defeat the prince and his dogs, whom he despises. Since Leon volunteered to be Angelica's champion, his father decides to help him and requests a favor in return. With the engagement between the prince and Angelica now broken, he asks Leon to take his daughter to the countryside for a peaceful holiday. So, Leon sets off for home with the 2 girls, including Olivia. At home, Leon's father is upset when he hears that Leon not only fought the prince but is now bringing the daughter of a duke to their home. Suddenly, Zola appears and angrily scolds at Leon's father over the situation. Soon after, Leon arrives with Angelica. When Angelica mentions that she is from the Redgrave family, the second most powerful family after the royal family, Zola becomes frightened and quickly leaves. Later, they all visit Leon's land, which is still being developed, and he proudly shows them the hot spring he has built. Angelica and Olivia relax in the hot spring, becoming closer. They also ask him to be friends with them. At the palace, it's revealed that the prince and his group have been disinherited and lost their status, shocking Maria. Though they promise to protect her, Maria is stunned, realizing they're now just rich kids with no real power. A messenger arrives at Leon's house, informing them that they won't be held accountable for anything. Instead, Leon is promoted to a higher rank as a knight and receives a reward from the king. However, his actions have made him unpopular at the academy, making it harder for him to find a wife. Despite this, Olivia and Angelica will be his companions at the academy. With the school festival approaching, Leon decides to open a cafe in his room to attract girls and hopefully find a wife. Angelica and Olivia dress in maid outfits and complement each other. Meanwhile, Julius and his group open a cafe next door, attracting many girls. Following Maria's advice, they charge an entry fee. When Leon and his friends check it out, they realize it's more like a host club. It was all Maria's idea to earn money. The queen has never been to a school festival before, and she also wants to meet Leon to apologize for Julius. She is upset with the academy's rules, where girls treat commoners and low-status boys poorly. Meanwhile, Maria's cafe gets a lot of customers because of the prince and his friends. A girl and her friend visit Leon's cafe. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see the next part, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel.